Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to discuss the second part of structure of atom, chapter of chemistry. As already discussed in this chapter, the uh, Dalton's theory and the atom. As already mentioned, that atom is the smallest particle of an element that can exist independently and retain all its chemical properties. Now today we will discuss the charged particles in the atom or matter. In atoms, there are three types of subatomic particles. They are electrons, protons, and neutrons. When we talk of electrons, these are negatively charged, protons are positively charged, and the neutrons have no charge, or we can say they are neutral. The mass of electron is very small as compared to the mass of proton, and proton and neutron residing inside the nucleus of an atom, while the electrons are distributed in different shells with discrete energy around the nucleus. Now we will discuss the structure of an atom. As already aware, that atom consists of three particles: protons positively charged, neutrons neutral, and electrons negatively charged. Protons and neutrons are present in the small space of within the atom called nucleus, and outside the nucleus electrons are present in different shells with discrete energy levels. These electrons are negatively charged, and secondly, the number of protons and electrons are always same in an element. After that, we will discuss the nucleus of an atom. It is the small space present in an atom which contains uh, protons and neutrons, which makes an atom, we can say, electrically neutral, as the positive charge is subsided by the negative charge present in an atom. After that, we will discuss electron. As electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson, they are the tiny negatively charged particles around the nucleus of an atom. As already discussed, they are present in different shells outside the nucleus. Each electron carries a single fundamental unit of a negatively charged. The electron is one of the lightest particle with a known mass, or we can say it with a negligible mass. Electrons cannot be splitted into another small. Also, electrons do not have a real size, or instead true points in space, that is, an electron has a radius of 0. And due to the fact that the electrons has a negligible size, these electrons are not taken or used for the atomic number of an element, as the atomic number is the number of protons, not electrons. After that, neutrons were discovered by Chadwick. The neutron is present inside the nucleus and is electrically neutral, which means neither it is positively charged nor it contains negatively charged. The number of protons plus the number of neutrons is taken as the mass number of an element. After that, we will discuss proton, who was discovered by Rutherford. The protons are the extremely tiny particles with a positive, but credit is given to Goldstein for the discovery of the positively charged particle proton. The number of protons in an element is taken as the atomic number of that element, and together number of protons plus neutrons is the mass number of an element. And secondly, the number of protons and electrons is always the same. Electron represented by E negative, proton positive charged, and neutron with no or neutral charge. There is some rules which determine number of subatomic particles. The number of protons, electrons, and neutrons in an atom can be determined from a set of simple rules. The number of protons, as already described in the nucleus of an atom, is the atomic number of an element. The number of electrons in a neutral atom is equal to number of protons, and the mass number of an atom is equal to sum of the number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus. The number of neutrons is equal to difference between the mass number of the atom and atomic number. Now we will discuss difference between protons and electrons, as these are equal in number present in an element. Protons are positively charged while electrons negatively charged. Protons are significantly heavier, but electrons are comparatively lighter in weight, due to which electrons are not taken for the atomic number of an element. Protons are significantly larger in size, while the electrons are comparatively. Protons remain in the nucleus, while electrons can move to the other atoms, and these are called a number of electrons present in the outermost shell will be called valence electrons. Protons are present in the nucleus cloudus, while electrons are present in the shells and can be transferred from one atom to another, one element to another. Nextly, we will discuss isotopes, isobars.